And so Jesus was right. I'm so ashamed to say he was right. I followed Jesus to the high priest's house. I waited outside to see if I could find out what was happening. There were loads of people gathered there, but it was dark, so I thought I'd be safe. But then a girl started to look at me, like she recognised me. She said she'd seen me with Jesus. Well, I panicked. I said I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't know him. I moved away. But someone else said they'd seen me with Jesus. I didn't want to get arrested as well, so again I said that I didn't know him. But then, a third time, a man was sure I'd been with Jesus. I was so scared by this point I didn't even stop to think. I just shouted out, "I don't know him! I don't know him!" Oh, then I realised what I'd done. I'd done exactly what Jesus said I would do. And then, I heard the rooster crow. And through the window, I saw Jesus. And he looked right at me. So I ran. I can't bear really to recall anymore. He's in there. I don't know what's happening. And I can't stay to find out. It's too dangerous for any of us to be here right now.
We are coming to you live from the newsroom with some breaking news. After what has been an interesting night in the Governor Pilate's house. Earlier, we spoke to the man who started the trial, the High Priest Caiaphas. Here's what he had to say.
Caiaphas, you've just left the last-minute trial of the man known as Jesus of Nazareth, known to some as the King of the Jews.
Yes, he claims to be King of the Jews. However, we Jewish priests just do not believe a word of it. The fact that he claims to be God's son is blasphemy, totally against our religion. In fact, it's insulting.
So, is that why you brought him before Pilate?
Of course, we have a strict set of rules. Anyone who commits blasphemy punishment is death.
But only the governor is allowed to put people to death.
Yes, correct.
Could you tell us what happened in the trial? There are reports that Pilate was not keen to punish Jesus, that he thought he was in fact innocent of any charges.
Yes, he was unsure. Apparently his wife had dreamt that this Jesus was innocent and he was to have nothing to do with him, but we brought the evidence to him that Jesus was causing riots with his teaching, causing trouble all over Jerusalem, and he needed to be stopped. Let's face it, if the Romans discovered that Jesus was causing riots, they wouldn't be happy. Pilate lost control of these people. So I reminded him of that.
So you threatened him?
I wouldn't call it that.
Did you also bribe the crowd so they would find Jesus guilty?
The crowd made their decision. Pilate offered them the choice between freeing Barabbas or Jesus. They chose Barabbas.
They chose a murderer over someone that Pilate still thought was innocent.
I wouldn't say he was innocent.
So you did have something to do with the crowd's choice. After all, Pilate was just going to flog Jesus. They wouldn't stop shouting that they wanted him to be killed. It certainly sounds like they had someone egging them on, especially considering they were all cheering for Jesus only a few days ago.
People have every right to change their minds, and they changed Pilate's.
Sounded like Pilate still didn't agree. He washed his hands of it and said, "You and the crowd were to blame for what was going to happen. Are you to blame?"
Of course not.
There are reports that this trial should never have even taken place, that you and the other priests had a pre-trial that was in fact illegal. By law, you are not allowed to hold a trial at night, and yet you did. There are even rumours that some of your witnesses lied. They couldn't even keep their story straight. Caiaphas, was this really a fair and truthful trial?
The judgment has been made.
But should it have been? Did Jesus really do anything wrong? Or did you and the priests have a different problem with him? Was he becoming more popular than you? Were people listening to what he had to say more than you?
As I said, he committed blasphemy. That is a serious crime. And as for these claims of being God's son, I've never heard anything more ridiculous. He's dangerous, and now he shall face the punishment.
And what punishment was decided?
The normal Roman method, of course. Death by crucifixion.
Well, thank you, Caiaphas, for your time.
What an interesting morning it has been. Jesus, is he really guilty or not? You decide. That's all for now, but we'll keep you updated as the latest news comes in. Well, here we are live on the hill called Golgotha, known as the place of the skull. They made Jesus carry his cross up here, but he'd been so badly beaten he could hardly manage without help. Some of the soldiers gambled for his clothes. They offered him wine mixed with medicine to dull the pain, but he refused it. And now he's up there on the cross. Others being crucified too as well, but I'm not sure of their names. Above Jesus' head, they've put a sign that says, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." They've only just gone up, and you know crucifixions can take hours, if not days. So we may be in for a long wait. It's turning out to be an odd day. The whole land has just gone dark, and it's only midday. There's crowds of people here, and no one's quite sure what's going on. People have been shouting insults at Jesus, saying he saved others, but he can't save himself. Many people are questioning why God isn't saving his own son. The people are certainly entertained. Let's see if the sun comes back. That's it. I've never seen a crucifixion like it. The darkness stayed. Then, about 3 p.m, Jesus cried out, "It is finished," and died. Just like that. Only took him 6 hours. The moment he died was something I will never forget. There was this earthquake. Apparently the curtain in the temple ripped in two. One Roman soldier ran off shouting, "Surely he was the Son of God." They broke the other 2 men's legs so they could take them all down and bury them. And there we have it, the end of the story of Jesus of Nazareth.
I can't believe it. I can't believe he's really gone. You know, I really thought that everything was going to be okay. What are we supposed to do now? Our teacher, our leader, he died. I saw it with my own eyes. Me and his mother Mary and some others, we We watched from a distance as people mocked and shouted at the man that we all loved. The man that was more than a man. No, he is more than a man. You know, all the people that Jesus healed, the ones he brought back to life. And yet, for some reason, God didn't save him. It was like the world stopped for a moment when he died. The darkness, the earthquake, that had to have been God. And for a moment, I really didn't think he was dead. But he's been buried now. We took him to a man named Joseph's tomb. And he's been sealed in, and there he will stay. Caiaphas has even asked for some soldiers to be put on guard in front of the tomb to make sure that we don't steal the body. Why would we do that? We just all need to grieve. I should go. It's the Sabbath tomorrow, and I mean, we're all just a bit scared. What if Jesus' death wasn't enough, and what if they come for us next? We're staying hiding over the weekend, and then on Sunday we'll go back to the tomb to say goodbye properly.